Hello everybody and welcome to Frostpunk 2, a very long-awaited game for me ever since Frostpunk 1. I'm very much looking forward to this. Really happy to have early access to it for a little bit, so I thought I'd get around and put up the prologue here for people to have a wee look at. So, let's get started. In 1987, the world froze to death, civilization crumbled, the failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that become the last on Earth. Where they're huddled by a generator out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. So we're going to choose what difficulty set we want to do. We're going to actually choose Officer. It did say beforehand that if you are used to the previous game, try Officer. So we'll do that. We'll maybe get Steward later on. But we'll see. I did always enjoy playing things at the hardest difficulty, but let's just go. We're not going to bother with Survivor mode. We're just going to start and see where it takes us. So the idea behind this is that we are wanderers. Oh, I'll allow this to play it.
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us.
It's quite cool to finally be able to see a man to the previous ruler.
New London together. United. We survived 30 years of violence. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right for taking. The city grows.
Festus.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes.
A little bit chilly for him. Alright, and with that, that's the intro cinematic. I don't want to speak through that, so that people can have a proper listen to it. So, The Wanderers, the prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure that there are enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. And in we come. So this mission is kind of just a tutorial, kind of get an idea to sort of see what you've got to do and how best to kind of start yourselves out. It's quite a decent tutorial. I've only played maybe about 10 minutes or so, so majority of things that will happen, that are going to happen, we all know what Frostpunk is like for throwing curveballs at you, is not known to me, so we'll just have to see what happens. So first things first, Prologue, The Wanderers. I'm just going to say that the game looks gorgeous. You wouldn't expect a city build to look this good. The last one that looked this good was probably Ixion. So fight the cold. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. Okay, cool. So we've got our darker area here. This is cleared area that we can build in. This white area is stuff that hasn't been cleared yet, so we want to frost break our way over to this oil reserve and get a little bit of space around it. Do we want to kind of expand out this sphere? Should we go for more resources? I think we'll go over here, just try and grab this resource as well. There we go. Click a tick. And we get our guys working here. Now, anybody who isn't used to this, you will notice, aha, we can also do multiple frost breaking at the same time. So that's slightly different from the demo that we had before. What we'll also do is we'll get ourselves a little housing district over here. You can see that you've got 3 tiles that are here. I'll maybe slow down a little bit just to kind of explain. So you've got 3 tiles here that you can get benefit from. So we've got 3 tiles giving us plus 20 heat because they are near generated, and the other ones don't give us a bonus there. So good stuff. And off we go. We're beginning. Go over kind of everything quickly before. So we've got our population here. This is a number of people here that will slowly rise. We've got our workforce as available people to work. So we've got 700 people employed. We've got 1,250 people available to work. And then we haven't got anything there just yet. We've got 101 scraps and 610 prefabs. You need prefabs to build things, you need scraps to build things. They're basically like your money. And then we've got our heat, the amount of heat that we have, because we haven't got anywhere that we are producing for fuel. We currently are at a heat deficit because we're not actually running this dreadnought wreck for the moment because we need a little bit of oil. Because of that, cold is starting to rise. Perfect. So we're going to build up our extraction district over here. So bing, bam, boom. Yeah, that's starting to build. We can also get an extraction district over there as well, which we might do just now. We could probably just build one in there. And there's another oil wagon there, so yeah, let's just do that. We can make sure that we have enough construction material to last us a good while. We cannot build anything yet out because we're out of our scraps, so we won't bother for the moment. We've still got a little bit of our last bit of our ice breaking there doing as well, and we should be building up. So you've got your 4 things in your city. So you've got hunger. It's increased by food scarcity. As these kind of things get bigger and sort of glow darker and start to drip down the screen, that means things aren't going so well. You probably want to do something about that. Disease is how much, well, disease is in your thing, how much people are being afflicted by various diseases that are being spread around. This also is significantly increased by cold, so you will find that these things do interplay off each other. Cold itself is because of heat and shelter scarcity, so people not only don't have any houses to live in, but it's also quite cold, so it has a knock-on effect. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to build up our ones here. There we go. Perfect. So we've got some nice heat that's coming out here, and we can't build over there because it needs to be connected up. So we'll build this like so. As you get us enough houses, and then as soon as we get this extraction built, then we should be able to start to turn on the generator, and we should be fine. After this, we're probably going to start breaking the ice along here over towards this fertile soil, unless there's another one that's a little bit closer, but I don't think there is. We can zoom out and see like our kind of map that we can use, so we can see there's quite a few fertile zones that we could build potential farmland on, as well as a lot of these oil wagons, and some of them have materials on them as well, which is good. We could probably use them later on. We only have one community at the moment, the Wanderers. We could ask for extra things. We could tell them to tighten their belts, which means hunger is significantly increased and food demand per capita is decreased. We're not going to do that for the moment. Could take their scraps, worsen our relationship with them. They're only people, probably don't want to do that at the moment, so we'll just hold off for now. Here we go. Oil. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our peoples rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that have made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Excellent. I see. Let's do it. Alright, let's turn on the generator. Boom. Just like that. Heating has happened, and you can see here that we now have a surplus of heat. Provide basic infrastructure. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover our current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we need prefabricated parts for the construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagons and their wreckages, which we've already got. So we've already got our little extraction depot here, which is going to be pulling out our prefabs. We've got our one here that's pulling out all of the oil that we need, which is great, and we're already building up our second housing district. It's almost like we've done this first part before, but I imagine anybody who is kind of used to Frostpunk would do the same thing. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're going to build or frostbreak our way over to this fertile ground so we can build ourselves a farm, so we can hopefully start to tackle some of the food scarcity in our place. People are minorly hungry, but it's definitely not as much of an issue as how cold people are. We can see it's notable, and we're getting those little wavy lines that are coming. Not that great. Okay, so now, gain access to food. We've established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. I see. Okay, well, we're already on the way. We have some people who don't have any housing, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. They're huddling in the camp. And we better be prepared for when the whiteout hits. So we've only got 80 weeks left. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're okay. If we need to, we will take a couple of extra scraps just so we can pay for things. In fact, it might even be a good idea to do it, even though I said it wasn't. Yeah. There we go. People are not happy with us. But we've managed to take the scraps. Can we build ourselves a hub? Food stockpile hub, so yes. Ah, okay, cool. So this actually does take up a little bit of space. So proximity workforce demand in neighboring districts is decreased. Okay. So if we build this here, then that should hopefully reduce the amount of work, food requirement in adjacent districts. We'll see how that works there. And then with our food district here, we will build this up. Perfect. There we go. So this should hopefully give us access to food. Now from here, who knows what we need to. We probably want to break our way towards this oil over here, to be honest, even though there's nothing else really around. Or alternatively, just to be sure, we could break our way up towards this other farm over here, just in case this isn't enough food to keep everybody fed, which, if we have a little look at our food district, so it has an output of 45 food, or 80 food. It's depending on whether or not it's upgraded or not. But we're not upgraded at the moment, so we'll just build another one, and then if we need to, we can always just extend on out. Now, can we return those scraps? No, so we need 210. We'll see how we do. Currently, people are tolerating us, and support is slightly decreased by neutral wanderers, so 100% of the city. People were not happy that we just stole from them, but never mind. Okay, so there we go. Air effects. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything else. Okay, that's fine. 2 sick and injured, so here we go. We got some issue with people becoming sick because of how high disease is. Injured will rejoin the workforce over time. Having hospitals accelerates this process. These people will rejoin the workforce when decreasing disease in the city or after being cured in hospitals. Okay, cool. So we can't really do particularly much now. It is diminishing, however, so as disease diminishes, we should get a little bit better, which is nice. And cold is also diminishing, even though we haven't fully managed to get everybody sorted out in tents. It is getting better, so at least there's something. And we've nearly completed our farm, and we have completed our frost breaking. Nice. I wonder if we just continue on frost breaking from here. I think that's probably a good idea. We can always move our way towards these materials, which I imagine we'll need to grab next. So let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, just break towards there. We've got the scraps for it. Let's just do it. We could always build another food place as well. Ah, right. Okay, so that little number there is the number of people who cannot work. Gotcha. And that's because 2 of you are sick. Okay, not a problem. Guess they just got a sickie for the day. And that's that. We'll just carry on, carry on. We are running out of oil just ever so slightly. There we go. We've secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile food as much as we can before the whiteout forces take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than the current demand. Ah, there we go. Perfect. So we need to build another food district over here. Good job we already came for that. So yeah, we can see here that our current usage of food is more than our current production. So producing 45, we have a demand of 60. So currently we have not a surplus, the opposite of a surplus. So we have, oh my goodness, my brain is not working at all. Either way, we're not making a stockpile. Why is my brain not working today? It's been a long day. But hey ho, let's not worry about it. We are playing Frostpunk 2. Yeah, it's still really annoying me. You know that way where you're just kind of like trying to think of something and your brain just goes kaput? That's effectively what's just happened, so apologies for that. Alright, let's frost break our way over to here. We can get another extraction because we are also out of oil. We have how much available? No, we seem to be out of any kind of surplus that we had. We've diminished all of our reserves. So, a little bit of a shame, so we'll have to get another excavator up. I'm a little bit worried about our workforce as well, but hey ho, things are going fine. And you can tell as well, things are very different from the original Frostpunk. We're already on week 18, whereas the original Frostpunk, the whole game would have been over by now. So here we go, pouring sand in his hands. I've been here many times, saw is depleting. A couple more of these, there'll be no point erecting the hothouses with nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low, either we pull emergency shifts or we tighten our belts, otherwise it might not be enough for everybody. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. I see. Well, we could certainly tell people to go ahead and get to work. Yeah, get to work. People are not very happy with that, but it does increase disease. So disease is okay. Not great, but it could certainly be worse. I think just making sure that we have our farms working is probably better for us. Alright, how are we doing? Let's get ourselves another extraction district, because we need to make sure that we have enough that we are getting for our heat. We can see here that we are not doing that great in terms of our stockpile of oil. Now when it comes to oil, we have tapped out 2 of the reserves here. The only other one is down this kind of valley path over to here, and that's it. That's all we've got. Little bit not great. Let's come over here. You know what, we're using up a lot of materials, so we'll also come over here. We'll use that. How many workers do they use? 150. There we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we should be getting some of our materials as well that we need in order to make people just a little bit happier. And also we're getting a little bit of a stockpile. I do like this change. This is much better than what they had from the other demo, because you can actually kind of see how your stockpile is doing. I do like that quite a lot. So right now we're stockpiling 41 every single day. So we can try and fill up our stockpile. When you get 40,000 food, 40,000 food. That's a lot. Yeah. Right, emergency shifts. On you go. Everybody, come on. Do we want to get them to tighten their belts? They'll probably hate us if we do that. So maybe not. Yeah, squalor is going up, extremely increased by material scarcity. So as we get that extraction done, I should hopefully get a little bit better. Probably want to try as well, just get as much housing as we can. How are we doing for prefabs? Yeah, we're doing alright. Not too bad. Could be worse, certainly. And is there anywhere we can see how much oil we have yet? Deposit 44k, 105 weeks. That's fine. 10 weeks of prefabs, so we will need more prefabs. Where is the nearest prefabs? All the way over here, so we need to frost break quite a little bit. So yeah, let's do that. And we can actually show up a little bit of extra farmland here, and we'll kind of come over this way just so we can get... do we want to go there? Yeah. We'll go there, and hopefully we can kind of frost break towards both these prefabs and the oil and get them both sorted out. That'd be very, very nice. You know, it feels kind of surreal that after all this time, the game's here. Been looking forward to this for some time, so I'm just quite happy to be able to give it a wee shot. Here we go, perfect. So we've got our oil that's being used up here. Excellent. Love to see it. So now, and we're actually stockpiling up some materials, that's great. Resource here has nearly depleted. Yes, that's our prefab panel. Not to worry, we will get that sorted out as soon as we can. Main thing is that we're getting these food districts up and running. Actually, will they have enough to... I don't know if they will have enough to stockpile this. We might need to actually just aggressively expand more into other food areas. So yeah, let's just do that nice and quick over here. I think it's going to be kind of a game of cat and mouse a little bit, because we're going to have to expand fairly quickly to the various resources. There we go. Yep, just frost break them out. What people seen over here, like a mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frostbreaking crew discovered the frozen remains of a man in tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, their platoon, he bears obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others believe it has a religious significance. Maybe you heard of this New London before and can settle this debate. So does it symbolize order, or symbolized faith? So at least, and I'm kind of glad they kind of came into this because it's quite cool. So in my Frostpunk we went for faith, so I'm going to say it symbolizes faith that allowed them to survive. That's kind of cool. It's a good way of like tying the game in with what happened before. I was kind of a bit scared that they would just kind of ignore it a little bit rather than try and let you keep some continuity, so that feels quite nice. Alright, how are we doing? Everybody is doing okay. People are employed, but that's fine. And we should have a good amount of stockpile. How much is our stock? We will need more. We'll not only need more food, we also require more stockpiles. So, something to keep in mind. Do we ask these people to tighten belts? I think we do. People are really not happy with us. Hunger we can survive, starvation no, relations skeptical. Okay, we need to give them some money as soon as we can. I don't think I'd have that reviled. Yeah. Okay, let's maybe shut down some of these emergency shifts so they don't just hate us. 15 weeks to increase trust to accepted. Raise trust by keeping promises, returning scraps, and cancelling extended shifts. Okay, so I have to raise it to tolerated. That's not there. Now we got a fit. Okay. Can you guys stop just complaining, please? Thank you. Alright, so we're doing okay. So we're no longer doing emergency shifts. So that's good. That means that I'm at least tolerated. We could try and push the envelope a little bit. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so they're going to work an emergency shift. People are really not happy with me. But that's okay. We should be producing a whole bunch of food. And indeed we are. Let's go. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. We're producing more food. Do we have anywhere else we can produce food from? Over here. So yeah, let's build out towards there a little bit. Perfect. We've got some oil extraction that we can do here, but we don't have the prefab panels, but we do have them over here. We can always just demolish this place when it's done. Let's bump up the time a little bit. Okay, yeah, I do actually kind of like the way it looks now a little bit more. If I pause it, it does go white. I kind of feel like that should be the other way around, where when it's paused, it should have these kind of like dark vignettes around the side, but that's just personal preference, I guess. The main thing is that we have got a fairly decent surplus of food coming in, and that's only just going to continue to go up as we go along. Let us think about how we can build a hub. So proximity, workforce demand, neighboring food districts. Neighboring food districts, I see. So we could build this over here. There we go. So there's a good reason to kind of build these closer together. In fact, it seems to have like a little... if I'd known that, we could have maybe built this one going down a little bit further so they'd be connected. But that's okay. We'll build that there. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, do we want to make sure that we have more extraction? I think we do. Let's actually get this oil, because we will need the oil. There we go. Activate no access to that, so let's demolish this. Yes. There we go. Okay, start demolishing that. Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have prefabricated components, making further construction impossible. We may have some prefabs left from one of the construction wagons. If not, we can try and salvage prefabs by demolishing one of the existing districts or hubs. I see. Okay. Yep. So let's, can we... No. Okay, so we'll just have to wait until we deconstruct that. How much does it cost? 70 prefabs. So hopefully we'll get enough prefabs out of that to build another one. People saying, so others may live. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob playing by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. I see. Excellent. I mean, not excellent, but certainly very useful. Thank you very much for your sacrifice. Didn't really want it to go to this, but you can kind of understand, you know, they didn't think they would survive the initial game, but they did. And now they've got a chance to, you know, they've raised their family, they get to see their grandkids, and then they walk off into the storm to let them live, you know. Fairly noble. Fairly noble way to go. But let's try and not do that if we can. So there we are. We have managed to get ourselves enough for another extraction district. There we go. Excellent. What's down here? Seals. I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat here to feed everybody. We're saved. But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too? The seal colony can... Of course, yes. They're here to help us. Come on, guys. There's some seals there. Perfect. Yes. So yeah, we will 100% do that. We can have, you know, some environmentally conscious seal clubbing. Probably best not call that. Colder season, heat demand is increased. Ooh. Youch. Yeah, that is very much a heat demand. How's our generator doing? Just doesn't quite have enough oil to keep things going. I don't think there's any more places we can get oil from either. Unless the game's gonna tell us there is in a little bit. How are we doing over here? We need more workers. Unfortunately, you know what? Why don't we get you guys like us a little bit? We'll return some of the scraps that we stole. Excellent, there we go. People are a little bit happier. Good. Love to see it. Yeah, we just don't quite have the workforce at the moment. And that's even with the fact that we've actually added on another oil well here. So we have 3 oil wells. It's all the oil wells here, and we just don't quite have enough heat. Not ideal. Not ideal. So we can actually frost break over. So what we're going to do, let's pause this. Yeah, we'll deactivate this district so we can start frost break over here. There we go. Excellent. Yep, we'll frost break over there and we'll start to hunt for those seals. And hopefully that'll save our bacon, because as it stands, we've only got 40 weeks. It is ready to do enough time, but these resources are nearly depleted is the only issue, as is that one. 2 are registered as sick. Could build another farm over here as well, that is true. But I think we just have to hunt those seals. It's a lot of food. Yep, let's do it. Let's see as well if we can get... No, we can't get another prefab hub, unfortunately. We'll just build this away. And that'll do us. Hey. There we go. Perfect. We should be ready and good to go in 10 weeks' time. Seals, we hunt them all. We'll definitely have enough for the whiteout. Yep, that is the plan. We don't have enough prefab panels, so we do need to tell this to get going. Let's activate. Just enough workers. Get them building on. Because we need a couple of prefab panels. I want to try and get everybody a house if we can. The White House draws near. A sacrifice. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. 100 people to slaughter all the remaining seals, including pups and females, to let us gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the ration we need for the whiteout. What do we do? The whiteout will arrive in 24 weeks. Let's not actually... I mean, I'd be kind of... elders would die. This not... I mean, doesn't reduce our workforce. I definitely don't think we slaughter the seals. There's no point. I think we don't resort to extremes. I think we're okay. We've got time. I think what we do is we say, hey, over here, stop these emergency shifts. You guys need to work as much as possible, please. Are these guys actually done? Yes, this resource is completely gone. Maybe wait, can we send the old people away now? Please? Ah, yeah, we should be ready to go in 7 weeks. We should be fine. Our food district here as well. Yeah, we're all right. We're absolutely golden. What we need to do is we need to get more prefabs. That's what we need. It's a real thing. We need to do is get more prefab panels, because I want to make sure everybody's got a house. Otherwise, people are going to die. And I would prefer that didn't happen. There we go. Okay, so how are we looking? So we can go... do we have enough time to frost break in 19 weeks? Yeah, let's just frost break this out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you guys go on ahead. I'm a little bit worried about frost breaking if you kind of get yourself into a corner where you can't really like cut yourself off and you've got limited numbers, but I'm probably just missing something. There we go. So, boom. There we are. We can't go across there, but we can get a little bit more heat. Perfect. There we go. It's going to require a bunch more heat, but it should hopefully... We did it. We have enough food enough to secure ourselves the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last minute preparation for the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for the time. We will survive. Now we wait. Okay, so this one, demolish this up. Is there anything else we can extract? Any more food that we can get quickly? Yeah, let's get another fertile soil over here, and let's... we don't have enough people for frostbreak. That's fine. Come on ahead. There we go. We've got enough shelter. We've got enough food. We've got a massive stockpile. We probably need to build another hub. We don't have enough people. Food stockpiles are full. Wait until the whiteout hits. Hey, we've managed to do it. We've managed to kill all the seals. Well, we didn't kill all the seals. We actually did pretty well. Are these deactivate no access to resource? Yep, demolish this up. Hey. Overall, things going pretty well. People are slightly hungry, but I think that's because alright. Because we managed to massively reduce the demand. Can we give you guys back some scraps? There you go. People like me a little bit better. Yeah, we're trusted. I think we can, because we're not actually stockpiling, we'll turn off this emergency shift. Yes, disease is decreased. People like me a lot better. I'm now accepted. Which is good. We just gotta wait 2 weeks. Less than 1 week. Here we go. The whiteout has come. Preparations are over. That's a nice, that's a cool little screen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a bit chilly. That is a little bit chilly, yes. 900 heat deficit there. Let's see where the game throws us. Against all odds, when the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened their hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to the great tales alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived. Saving. Hey, there we go. Achievement. We survived the end of the world. Perfect. We did indeed. What was happening now? Now what? What do we do now? Everything's still pretty chilly, unfortunately. Quite a crevasse. Very snowy crevasse. Look at those drifts. Oh, yes. Ah. Frostpunk 2. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. And coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. Is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold its hand on its deathbed. Chapter 1. Scraping the barrel. Coal is running out. The captain is dead as he weakened. Growing divisions brought the city's maintenance to a grinding halt. Now, New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead. But you must prove yourself the operator of the city's lone resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and get the generator back on. Let's get to work. Excellent. But I think what we'll do actually is we will just pause the game there for this episode. Just want to say thank you very much to everybody for watching. I hope you've been enjoying Frostpunk so far, or at least Frostpunk 2, we should say. It is an absolutely gorgeous game. It really is. I mean, just look at it. Ah, feels so good that it's here. And I hope you enjoyed this little sneak preview that I've been able to give you. So, if you like what we do in the channel, please consider becoming one of the Burger Band to help us out, to get early access to videos as soon as they're uploaded, rather than when they're allocated to come on out. Otherwise, the most important thing to say is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. And until the next time, take care.